Hey, y'all, and welcome back to Are We Still On podcast. I hope everyone is out there having an amazing day. And if you are not having an amazing day, I hope you fix whatever mess of a day that you are having so that you can have a good day. So, on today's episode, it's been going around a lot about your girl Jada and her whole situation with her husband and talking about, I don't know if you can technically call Tupac Jada's ex. I don't even think they really dated. She's stated a few times about how they were soulmates, but they weren't meant to be together. So it was awkward. So I was like, girl, you have a whole husband and you are still like dwelling on whatever type of past relationship and stuff that you have had with someone who has been deceased over 20 years. Okay? It's not funny, but let's just call it what it is. And it sounds a little delusional, okay? And I'm not coming for my girl's neck or nothing like that, but it's just some things that you just don't say. Some things that you just don't do. Being that you have a whole husband out here, Jada, and the fact that you have a husband that cares for you so that we see, he cares for you, he's giving you children, y'all have built this imaginative life that everyone has seen. It just bothers me that you just still hung up on your ex, okay? We are bothered by the fact that you are putting Brother Will down, okay? Let's not forget the whole little slap situation that happened with your husband. Like, baby, you have so much baggage that just really needs to be dealt with without being in front of cameras. So now that I got that out of the way, baby, because that was just really bothering me. So today's episode is about, are we over our ex? And I know, like, yeah, we hear this a lot, like, oh, I don't care about my ex. If he dies, I don't care. If he or she just drops off the face of the earth, I don't care. When in reality, you do care. Okay. And I am seeing that from like the deepest part of my heart of understanding, because maybe we can try to get over these people. And, there's a saying that's like, in order to get over this person, you have to get under somebody else. And I just feel like if you were to do that, now here it is that you're under somebody else, but still thinking about every which way that your ex has done you wrong. So now not only are you in a relationship with somebody else, you are also dictating the relationship based off of how your ex treated you. So it's not a conversation about you and your future or your present spouse. Now it's like this is your present spouse, but you're still talking about how your ex did you. Oh, well, my ex used to do that. My ex used to do that. Oh, my ex used to do that. And it's like, are we really over these exes that we claim that we are, but we're really not? So I've always had this conversation with my girls, and I'm like, well, when it's time for you to actually be involved in a serious relationship, you have to make sure that nothing about your ex comes up. And I felt that when I said that, it was because it's like you're putting this energy of your ex into a relationship that does not have nothing to do with them. Okay, so not only are we sitting here having a decent conversation and we are possibly getting to a few disagreements or possibly ending up, having a couple of spousal spats where we're, going back and forth with our words. But now we are like in a battle of, that's what my ex used to do. And then I knew this who you reminded me of. So now we're not only are we degrading the present spouse, we are degrading them with things that hurt us in the past. And sometimes the current and present spouse doesn't tend to come off in a negative way or a way that you have been dealt with in your past. So it's like, are we really over these exes? Are we over how they treated us? Are we over how whatever situation we were in with our ex, are we over that situation? Because yes, sometimes things can happen in your current relationship, in your future relationship, that might have a little small resemblance of what happened when you were with your ex. But something that happened with the person that's in the past should not dictate, why it can't happen in the present, why it can't happen in the future. So it's like, if you are in an argument with your ex about washing dishes, right? So you ended up in an argument with your ex about washing dishes. Boom, y'all are not together no more. You're with somebody else and that person doesn't wash dishes. So now here it is, you are having a conversation about, yeah, my ex didn't like washing dishes either. That's what my ex did. There's 1,000 people out there that don't like washing dishes. And does that mean that everyone is like your ex? Does it? I totally doubt it, but there's a lot of different ways that you can put the scenario in order for it to make sense for other people that are out there trying to figure out if they are over their ex or not. And baby, let me tell you, the only way I feel possible to get over your ex is if you leave your ex where they are at. And I say that not in a rude way, because a lot of the times we have a mutual agreement when it comes to us not being in a relationship with these people anymore. Okay, so it's like there's a mutual agreement. You don't want to be with me, I don't want to be with you. There's nothing that we can work on to fix whatever situation that we have going on. There's nothing for us to compromise on. There's nothing for us to possibly get over whatever hump that we are on. We're just sitting here like two bumps on a log. So not only does it become a mutual agreement, it's just that here we are. We know that we're not getting back together. We know that we shouldn't be together. We know that there's no coming back from whatever, drift away, fall apart, fall out, whatever it is. There's no going back for that. So when in those instances, I feel like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can be over my ex, because there was a mutual agreement that we were no longer going to be together. There was a mutual agreement that we are literally we're just here. We're comfortable. We are saying, goodbye to each other. We are just letting it be known that this is just something that we won't be into anymore. So while I am sitting here thinking, I'm like, but there are some that are claiming to be over their ex in a relationship with someone, and the whole purpose of them being in a relationship with someone else is to make their ex jealous. And let me tell you something. If you are one of those females that are just hopping from relationship to relationship, or if you're one of those males that are hopping from relationship to relationship and you have no regards of either fixing yourself, if you know that if you know in the back of your mind that you might be one of the problems in the scenarios of why you have to keep going from girlfriend to girlfriend or boyfriend to boyfriend, you might want to take a step back and just work on yourself. Analyze exactly what everyone is talking about, because at some point you have to understand that if you are the one that keeps getting broken up with, and it's always the same reason why you are getting broken up with, it's time to take a step and look in that damn mirror, because there's no way in hell you mean to tell me that everyone thinks that you are delusional, you are a narcissist, and everybody's just saying that. If everyone that even if you are having an ex friendship, if everyone says that you are delusional and you are a narcissist, you might want to look in the mirror. But I just don't think that we should be so caught up on exes. Baby, exes are exes for a fucking reason. They are non-existent for a fucking reason, especially if we are those that give everything that we got to these relationships, and it's just like hey, it is what it is. I am upset because X, Y, and Z, or I am, blah, 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 and they're just not hearing you, then yeah, of course, I could definitely see where that type of energy comes into play. But if you are also one of those people that are just like out here manipulating the people, manipulating everything that you are in, giving off nasty, nasty vibes, you're just a negative person in general, you should probably stop seeking relationships. Because, baby, you are the ex that people are talking about. You are the ex that people are talking about when they get into these new relationships. You are the people that we are out here trying not to be with anymore. And so I've always heard, like, my aunt was telling me, like, if you're going to be in another relationship, don't say anything about your past relationship. Because when people want to know the nitty gritty and the details of like your past relationship, there's a high chance that these people are going to manipulate the situation to best benefit them, because now they know exactly what you will put up with. They know exactly what you won't put up with. They know exactly how far they can take you, because you done already introduced them to whatever past relationship that you were in. So it's like, not only do they have the secret fucking recipe, they have the manuscript. They have the goddamn holy grail in their hand to dictate and manipulate you into every situation they know how that's going to best fit them. So, like, if you are not over your ex, baby, it's best if you stay single and get over the situation, because when you enter a new relationship, you don't want to have to say, oh, my ex was like this, my ex was like that. Baby, no. Build the relationship from start to finish, from soil to seed to plant to producing apples, oranges, mangoes, or whatever. Okay? You don't want to have to sit there and give a full manuscript to however your past relationship was. That's just giving people a quick insight on how and what they can get over with. And we're tired of it. Very tired. Which would put me at where I want to be in this episode of, baby, because as I was saying earlier, with Jada, she's just not where she should be at when it comes to being a wife. Okay, because every time we look up, Miss Mamas is talking about something dealing with her past, dealing with Tupac. And it's like, is that your husband? Is that your husband? Is that who you chose to lay down with, have vows with, have kids with, purchase a home with? It's not. And the fact that Mr. Shakur is always in this lady's mouth is like, were you even over this man in order to be happy and successfully married to somebody else? Were you? So I'm avidly on social media. I'm always searching for answers, baby. I will even look up the movie that I am watching to get to the end of the movie, because I'm just that impatient. Okay, like I will Wikipedia some shit in a heartbeat, and I will scroll and look at the plot, read the plot from start to finish, and next thing you know, boom, I know the movie now. So I looked up, there was an article on women's health, and if you know women's health, baby, they got all kinds of beauty hacks, fitness hacks, health hacks, life hacks, everything that'll just help women in general. So I looked and I was like, what are some ways to get over a breakup? Because my women out there, we need to hear this. My men out there that are the good men, we need to hear this. So the first one was rediscover old interest. So not only are we rediscovering ourselves, we are getting to know things that we used to do way before we were in this relationship in the first place. We are getting into a part of, let's just figure out this space that I'm in, and probably try and find some things or avenues that I was doing before this relationship. Then the second one was eliminate triggers. Baby, eliminate them damn triggers before you decide that you are going to be in a whole nother relationship. If you are, say for instance, taking a month or two or a year off of relationships, make sure that one of those things on your list is to get rid of triggers. When you are in a new relationship, nothing from your past relationship should trigger you. Everybody is different, but some instances, some things end up happening in every relationship, such as when I made the comment about washing dishes. It's just something that not only your ex doesn't do, it's probably a lot of things that a lot of people don't do. There's a lot of people that don't like washing dishes. So eliminate those triggers and stop feeling so trigger-fied, like everything is just a trigger. Oh, you rolled your eyes at me. My ex used to roll her eyes at me, or my ex used to roll his eyes at me. You're having unnecessary triggers for no reason. Personal opinion, though, don't come from me. And another one is let off steam. Yeah, like try yoga, try kickboxing classes. Baby, get your ass in the gym. Get in the gym. Distract yourself, okay? Like, let's not keep dwelling on whoever you were in this relationship with and they don't value you. So now here it is, you are trying to become a person that just isn't here for the bullshit anymore. Number 4 was cut ties. But this, I have to fix my posture on this one. Cut ties? Cut fucking ties is a serious one. Baby, cut ties with the family, the fucking friends, cut all ties. Because when you have those ties in this relationship that you are in, the cousins can always hit your phone up. Oh, you'll forever be my cousin. No, I fucking won't. I won't. Me and this person is not together no more. You can't call me cousin. You can't call me your in-law. You can't call me your daughter-in-law. You can't call me sister. Like, we're not fucking doing that. We're not doing that. Cut ties. And before I finish, I am a strong believer in, if I am fucking with somebody and I stop fucking with that person, my family already know. We not fucking with it no more. I don't care if we decided that this relationship was mutually ending or not. Baby, if I am done, I am done. We're not friends on social media anymore. We are not commenting and liking and telling each other happy birthday. Call it bitter, call it what you want, but baby, cutting those ties is needed, because you will forever feel like you have a spot in this relationship, a spot in the say-sos, a spot in this family, and you don't. You don't. Cut that shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not here for it, and I don't want nobody else to be there for it, because just because y'all were together for years and his sister is like your sister and y'all did so much together, cut the fucking ties. Cut the ties. Sorry, not sorry. Some of these people, y'all be making yourselves vulnerable when you do stuff like that, when you still hold on to certain friendships and certain pasts of your brothers, of your sisters, of your cousins. Cut the shit. Cut the shit. Cut the shit. That annoys me. Cut the shit. I can't do it. Unfollowing your exes on social media, sometimes it's needed. Like, you shouldn't want to see everything that your ex is posting on social media. Are you still going to remain friends on social media? Possibly, if y'all were mutually agreeing to disassemble the relationship. But I just don't think that you should see how happy I am in a relationship. That means I'm doing it for you to see and not for me to just post because I'm happy. So unfollow them fucking exes. That you don't need to see nothing, because it's only going to make you upset or make you feel some type of way whenever they move on, however they move on, when they move on, what day they move on. It's only going to make you upset. Unfollow them. Do a social media detox is number 6. Number 6 is definitely something that we should all want to do after any failed relationship has ended. Baby, let's just social media detox, get our thoughts together, and possibly get into picking up those hobbies that they talked about earlier on in this list. Like, get some side things going on. If you were thinking about creating a business, do that. If you were thinking about creating a bakery, do that. If you were thinking about getting certifications in certain things, do that. Let's see here. Number 7 was stop asking friends to check up on your ex. Cause girl, what the fuck? I'm not about to contact you and tell you whatever it is that you want to hear from me when it's dealing with your ex. Oh, can you go see what they're talking about? Can you go see what's on his page? I've been that ex before. So it's like, oh, let me go on such and such page and see what they posted on there. I've been that ex, so I know what I'm talking about when I say, baby, it's not worth any of it. It's not worth any of it, baby, because at the end of the day, it's either going to trigger you, piss you off, or just altogether just make you upset. So let's not do that shit with these friends that we have. Number 8, they said get off your ex's Netflix account. Thank goodness I don't share a Netflix account with any of my exes. I have my own Netflix account and I got all of my family on there. So I definitely don't know about number 8, but yeah, if you have your ex's Netflix account, give that shit back. Create your own Netflix. I'm pretty sure you can afford $7.99 or $14 or however much they're charging. Just get your own fucking Netflix account. Call it a day. Number 9 was do a refresh of your space. Like, declutter some shit in your apartment. Rearrange furniture, rearrange your bedroom. Hell, get rid of old snacks that y'all used to share. Like, just revamp your whole lifestyle after these exes. It's not needed for you to stay in the space of something that you weren't even meant to be in and stay in the first place. Number 10 was make a list of red flags in a relationship. And I'm agreeing to this because make a list of it only to know the compromisables that you are willing to make. Not for you to make this fucking red flag list and now you are comparing this red flag list to every man that you meet from that point on. Don't do that. Don't do that. Number 11, seek therapy to talk things through. Like, sometimes therapy is the best thing, because we can say we have friends that we talk to. Oh, I'm talking to my friend, but sometimes friends are not the route to go depending on what kind of friends you have. Some friends can give you meaningful, nice opinions and nice feedback. Then other friends are just really being nice and nasty to kind of put you down in a way and make it seem like you deserve so much better. I know that, but I didn't ask you that. I just asked you in your personal opinion, or I'm just talking to you about these things. I'm not talking to you to ask you for your personal opinions. I'm not talking to you to see what you would do in my situation, because my situation is not your situation. Your situation is not my situation. So the fact that you would want to put yourself in my shoes and tell me, I would never do that. I would never do that. I want a man that makes 6 figures. I want a man that does this and that. You should want a man to do this and that. You're telling me all these great things, but when I look at your life is not what you're trying to aim for me. So just just be there to listen and close your mouth. Number 12, change your blame statements. So it's like, instead of saying what your exes always did, Say what you should have done, or you should have never gotten involved, or you should have, done such and things. Just change your blame statement. Instead of always saying he, she couldn't commit, couldn't do this, didn't do that, didn't sit well. Change your blame statement. Figure out ways to not blame someone for being who they couldn't be for you. Just say, okay, I probably shouldn't have been in this situation. I probably should have waited to be in this situation. I probably should have figured out exactly who this person was before getting into the situation. Turn what you don't have into what you can do. That's number 13. Instead of saying like, I'll never find another partner that, does such and such for me, pumps gas, whatever the case is, just figure out what you can do. Like, turn it around. You don't want to think so negative about your situation to where it's like you are just like trying to figure out exactly what you're doing in life. You don't never want to do that. So then we have number 14. Write letters to your ex, but don't send them. I think personally, depending on who you are, or if you are an emotional person, it will probably work for you. But if you are just like a person that, empties your head space and now you're all figured out, you're like, okay, cool, I got this, I'm done with this relationship. You don't necessarily need that type of write the letter, burn it, burn the flame, burn the soul tie. You don't need it. 15, enlist your fan club. Your fan club. I get it. People that are a fan of you, people that are wanting you to succeed, people that are wanting you to be in a very good space when it comes to being loved, finding a husband, finding a wife. Make sure you have that type of support. Well, I wouldn't call it a fan club, but make sure you got it. Number 16 is volunteer. Baby, volunteering takes a lot of things off your mental plate, because you are volunteering at either an outreach program, you're volunteering at social media events, social events, volunteering to help at like farmers markets and stuff. Baby, volunteering is something that will definitely put your mind at ease in the back and just really focus on what you should be focusing on. Number 17, continue with any routines you have to grasp a sense of normalcy. Yeah, baby, because just because your ex is out the picture don't mean the show stops. It doesn't. So make sure that you are keeping up with everything in your life that you did before, during, and after this breakup. Number 18, journal all the ways you can survive on your own. That's a good thing, because you don't never want to make it seem like you are with somebody because you can't survive on your own. You're with somebody because you want to be. But when that person leaves your life, you are still able to go on through life. Number 19, try not to lose space in your other relationship. When you are in a relationship, it's possible to become consumed by another person. So make sure that you are having that amount of time and space in your next relationship to where you're not feeling like this person is just all you need. This person is all, some of us have kids. Put more time into your kids, put more time into your dog, put more time into cleaning your house, put more time into finding out your business ventures rather than consuming yourself in a relationship, because that's how people get burned in the end. You're so upset, you're so sad, you're so out of pocket, you're so down, depressed and stuff because of this ex. Everything revolves around this ex, when there's multiple avenues when it comes to being loved by somebody, and just having your spouse love you and you depend on them for love definitely shouldn't be a thing. Number 20 is have self-compassion. Have self-compassion. I don't even want to go into it because it explains itself. Have self-compassion. Yourself. So I just wanted everybody to know that, baby, there are things that you can do to get over these breakups. Make sure that you are over them before you enter into a whole nother dimension of figuring someone else out and being involved in a relationship with someone else. So if today's episode has helped you, make sure you like, comment, follow, subscribe on all my social media platform. Are We Still On Podcast on YouTube? And that's on all social media platforms. And if you need any advice, you can reach me at arewestillonpodcast@gmail.com. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in to today's wonderful episode. And I hope you guys have a very great, wonderful, outstanding rest of your day. Bye.